Very much welcome to this afternoon conference. Welcome to you that are here in the audience, and also welcome to you that are watching us through our web television. My name is Charlotte Brogren, and I'm the Director General of VINNOVA, the Swedish Innovation Agency. And we are organizing this conference together with the Swedish Entreprenörskapsforum.
Right.
With, who are you?
Shall I take over now?
No.
Okay.
No. Try to
I'm Pontus Brownhielm. I'm a professor in economics at the Royal Institute of Technology and also managing director at the Swedish Entreprenörskapsforum.
Yeah, and I'm only Director General and a mother. So.
Right. But so you know so much anyway.
Why are we organizing this conference? Yeah, the question of how government can stimulate innovation for economic growth, but also to address societal challenges, is both an extremely important and also a very difficult question. And this question is now being addressed in many countries and in many governments, regardless of the political leaning. Professor Mazzucato, that has been so kind to come here to Sweden, has been called as one of the most important thinkers in this topic about innovation. And she advises many governments on this topic, and we are therefore very honored and excited to welcome the professor here to Sweden to address this issue for us here. We are also very happy about the large interest from a wide range of decision makers about this seminar, about this topic. And we look forward to have a very stimulating discussion over the next an hour and a half.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. Let me pick up the thread then where you left it, so to speak. So the role of the state in the innovation process is an ongoing and probably never-ending issue. Is the government crowding out private alternatives? Is it generating lock-in effects? Is it simply waste of taxpayers' money? Or does it open up for all kind of vested interest? What is the role of the government? Should it be limited to providing competent labor and engage in basic research? Why would the government have an ability to pick winners or even target certain areas that are particularly important for innovation? These are some of the concerns often raised when we discuss the role of the government in the innovation process. But then on the other hand, there is an alternative and much more positive view, so to speak, claiming that the government is bridging market failures. They do invest in areas where you have genuine uncertainty, where you have findings that are hard to evaluate, but may carry a potential social gains. So in that way, the government fulfills a complementary role, actually joining forces with private actors, and in that sense, enhancing the possibilities for breakthrough innovations. Now, when President Obama, he spoke about this Sputnik moment, if you remember, claiming that we need something in that range of an innovation breakthrough, and certainly was not only addressing private actors but also governmentals. And one can also question, in terms of austerity and low growth, is it wise for the government to pull out of innovation and R&D policies? So there are different thoughts about this, but I would say that the first alternative has been the dominant one, both in academia and in the debate. Now, Professor Mazzucato propagates for a much more active role when it comes to the government, and claims that not only do we have a poor understanding of what the governments actually do there, but it's also severely underestimated. So, in her highly influential book, The Entrepreneurial State, Debunking the Private versus the Public Sector Myth, she argues that we must have a more nuanced view on the policy agenda. and that there is a role for the government. And she allots a much more important role for the government to play there. So that contradicts much of the current paradigm, I would say, and I'm very keen to hear about Professor Mazzucato's findings now. But I will not take care of that part, but rather Sylvia Schwag-Serger, who will moderate today's event. So please, Sylvia, the floor is yours, and guide us through this afternoon. Thank you
very much.